Stick with me here. You are about to meet the ultimate cannon fodder. Everyone else gets insane cheat skills, but only our guy knows the hidden truth. His childhood best friend is secretly fated to become the villain who ruins everything. To keep this reality from falling apart, all these transmigrators, reincarnators, and capture agents constantly chase her. And our hero, her best friend, is totally invisible. People literally ask, who is this guy? He is practically a ghost. Even his own parents barely remember his name. There is just absolute zero chance he poses a threat to anyone. So when he hears about the new transfer student, he barely reacts. But then, a strange voice hits. Player, your mission is gaining the female lead Nova's affection. Massive rewards will follow upon completion. The new kid just smirks. This guy thinks he is an absolute romance master, ready to win anyone over instantly. That massive ego totally clashes with his fake humble introduction to the class. He glances at Nova, sitting right nearby, and whispers softly, Nova, did you hear? Unless his ears stopped working, boy totally heard it. Is this her long-lost brother or something? Turns out, our hero alone hears these system players' inner thoughts. He just gives a slow nod and pushes it out of his mind. Whatever. He is just minor cannon fodder. Nothing he can do. He honestly hopes these system players actually try hard and keep their reality from totally collapsing into absolute ruin. After class, he casually steals Nova's bread to eat. Just then, Blake approaches, holding a gift. This is a little something for the new student. Please, just take it. Now, pay close attention here. The system tells Blake that kissing this gorgeous target would feel absolutely incredible. Watch how wild this gets. Our boy nearly chokes on his stolen bread, bursting into a crazy coughing fit. He cannot stop. Nova frowns and pats his back, but completely roasts him out loud. Even a pig eats way better than you. He gets absolutely furious. Oh yeah? Have you ever raised a pig? She just glances over casually. Never raised one, but I am pretty sure you are definitely not as smart. Right then. Blake puffs his cheeks out, looking totally, genuinely hurt. Nova, that is really rude. You are completely ignoring me like that. Our hero feels a little bad, and almost apologizes. Right until the new guy's inner system voice loudly explodes. Who is this random clown? Does he even exist here? Player, just stay calm. He is just cannon fodder. A clown? Total cannon fodder? Our guy lets out a freezing cold laugh. Nova suddenly speaks up at the exact same time, totally calm. Sorry about that. She grabs it. Inside is a beautifully wrapped heart-shaped cookie. She just smiles at Blake. I am really sorry. I am allergic to cookies. Blake immediately sounds super deflated. Oh, really? Are you allergic to anything else? I will bring something totally different tomorrow. Nova casually drops the hammer. To be completely precise, I am allergic to people. Even Blake feels that flat rejection. He gives a super awkward laugh, apologizing for bothering her. Just when we think he is completely crushed, he gets way more excited. He tells his system she is definitely an S-rank female lead. She is absolutely brutal, but he loves it. How could he not? With those stunning looks. We can all agree these transmigrator guys are completely clueless, right? Anyway, next period is gym class. Our guy sits under a tree reading a novel. Nova lies right on his lap, eyes closed, peacefully listening to music. Right nearby, a bunch of students are loudly laughing and gossiping under the next tree over. Okay, listen here. Apparently Nova is that legendary girl who stood up at the freshman assembly, announcing in front of the entire school that she was completely uninterested in dating anyone. She strictly told everyone not to bother her. No way. She is really that confident? I thought so, too. But if you actually see her in person, you definitely understand. She is exactly the type of girl people describe online as someone who stops your entire world. Our guy looks down at the gorgeous girl on his lap, the one stopping so many people's worlds. Nova is sleeping fast. He reaches out to touch her cheek, and her eyes slowly flutter open. He keeps his absolute cool, pulling the earbud from her left ear. Get up, he says, totally flatly. My legs are completely numb. Nova rubs her eyes, slowly sitting up. She starts massaging his legs, grumbling away the entire time. Way too stiff. I could not sleep properly. He stands, brushing the grass off himself. You are totally one to talk. You clearly wanted me eating more, but you just had to make things complicated. Nova glances right at the novel in his hand. Why are you reading that strange thing? Just curious, he replies. I want to see what the male lead in a bossy billionaire romance novel actually acts like. Nova totally covers her mouth and laughs out loud. You are already an airhead. Reading that junk will only make it worse. After school ends, the sky turns super dark. Soon, a light rain starts falling. Nova and our boy stand under the roof overhang, staring at each other completely blankly. He ventures a guess. What are the odds of running back without soaking our hair? 100%, Nova says. He perks up fast. You have a plan? Tell me. She stays calm. I twist your head off, run back, then screw it back on. Oh, thanks so much. She smiles brightly. Anytime. Trust me, you're going to want to see what happens next. A guy interrupts. Nova, forgot your umbrella? Here, take mine. They both instantly turn around. Let's jump right into this together. Blake holds out an umbrella, staring straight at Nova. She sounds totally bored. I'm fine, thanks. Blake's eyes flicker, his voice going super soft. Come on, Nova, just take it. You'll catch a cold in this rain. But right then, I catch his inner thoughts. Every single girl has a soft spot for being called a sweet nickname. Imagining Blake calling Nova, that sends major goosebumps crawling right up my arm. I sneak a quick glance at her, face totally blank. Sorry, I really don't remember having a younger brother. Plus, my mom always told me never to accept things from total strangers. Blake's expression twists for a split second before snapping right back. Nova, you are so funny. Honestly, that mood flip was impressive. Especially since Nova's icy expression hasn't budged at all. He grits his teeth. Well, I'll leave you to it. He spins around, bolting straight into the rain. I can hear him raging inside. Just you wait. I'll be back. My strategy is absolutely flawless. The problem is obviously this female lead. Just like that, our free ride home completely vanishes into the pouring rain. So, what do we do now? Nova just holds up her phone, casually waving it. Called the driver. 5 minutes later, we're chilling in the car. I grin right at her. So, how did it actually feel being called that? Nova shoots me a look that is far from innocent. Why don't you try it first? I don't even hesitate. I fire right back. Dream on. Nova scoffs loudly. So petty. I look at her with deep sympathy. With that icy, totally unapproachable attitude of yours, you are going to end up alone. Nova smirks slightly. Relax. If I end up completely alone, I'm dragging you right down with me. I can't help shaking my head, sighing from the bottom of my heart. You are exactly what people online call the perfect silent girlfriend. You would honestly be so charming if you just stopped talking, Nova replies. Absolute ice in her voice. If you actually had a brain, you'd be pretty smart too. I sigh again, deep in my soul, sharp-tongued and totally petty. There is absolutely no saving her. No saving her at all. The driver smiles at us through the rearview mirror. You two are still as close as ever. I'm just genuinely confused. Is a friendship where neither cares if the other sinks or swims actually close? Anyway, pay attention here. Blake is bouncing back harder than ever. He's up super early, putting himself together, admiring the hairstyle he spent all morning perfecting. The system alerts him that Nova is at the basketball court. He rushes right over. He scans the court, but doesn't spot her anywhere. He frowns. System, you told me Nova was at the basketball court. She is watching from right under the tree on the left. Blake looks over, and yep, Nova's in a white floral dress, sipping bubble tea, with me standing right beside her, fresh off the court. Blake strolls over, fake excitement plastered all over his face. What a coincidence. Nova, are you here to watch the game? But internally, he's running through every insult he knows. Why is this piece of cannon fodder everywhere I go? What a joke. I watch Blake completely curse me out in his head. I'm used to it. I just quietly wish I had some popcorn to enjoy this show. Nova just looks at him. Who are you? He scratches his head awkwardly. Nova, stop joking around. It's really me, Blake. I can hear his mind completely falling apart. What the heck, system? This world has got to be triple S ranked difficulty. I've never met a girl this ruthless. The system, showing zero mercy, coldly replies, tomorrow is the final day of your mission. Player, we strongly encourage you to try harder. If you fail, your rewards will be completely revoked, severely impacting your next mission. Blake heavily grits his teeth and racks his brain. Nothing comes to him. In all his past missions, targets practically threw themselves at him. Even the coldest ones fell head over heels within 2 days. But Nova is like a solid stone wall. He's thrown absolutely everything at her, and nothing works. She just makes him furiously frustrated. I know what you're thinking. He's actually going to use the move he always absolutely despised. Blake suddenly turns to me, the guy happily watching from the sidelines, and says, hey, do you mind giving us a minute? I need to talk to Nova. I nod. Sure, go ahead. The exact second I walk away, Nova's expression goes absolute zero. She doesn't even bother being polite. I don't know what I've done to upset you, but since we're here, let me be very clear. Stop forcing your way into my life. She turns to leave. Blake totally panics. He rushes forward to block her path. I like you. I've liked you from the very first moment I saw you. Please, just give me one chance. Nova's eyes stay completely flat. Done. If that is all, I'm leaving. Blake shudders, swallowing incredibly hard. Seriously, me. I am in fantastic shape. I'm definitely not bad looking either. Just give me one single shot. Blake looks up and finds her literally dry heaving right in front of him. His face completely falls. Nova's stomach churns. She stands up without a single glance, dropping one word. Disgusting. She leaves Blake standing there, his ego completely wrecked. Back in the classroom, keep my eyes glued to the door. Why isn't Nova back yet? Did something happen? Wait, shouldn't I be worried about Blake instead? Nova isn't going to have a problem. That's what I tell myself. But my worried expression clearly says something entirely different. So what do you and I make of this? I look up, and Nova walks in, pale as a ghost. I rush over. Are you okay? You look terrible. Nova grabs my cup, rinsing her mouth frantically until the taste completely vanishes. Catching that obvious worry written all over my face, she just quietly looks down. Leaning her head against my shoulder, her voice carries this super rare hint of hurt. This is entirely your fault for leaving me alone. Trust me, you and I rarely see her this fragile. After so many years, that heavy guilt hits me hard. Reaching up, I gently pat her head. I am so sorry, it will never happen again. Nova sweet nuzzles my palm before sitting up straight. You better pray there is no next time. Pulling sweet candy from my bag, I hand it over. Tell me, what exactly did Blake do to you? Absolutely nothing. I stare at her silently for a long moment, but she refuses to speak. I drop it. After classes, I shower, tossing on a white t-shirt before heading to Nova's door. I knock twice. Silence. Pushing it open, I spot her at the desk, headphones blasting, totally glued to her screen. Walking right over, I tap her desk. What are you craving for dinner? Yanking off her headphones, she stretches out. I will cook today. I instantly clutch my chest in mock agony. Nova, that actually hurts my feelings, but surely you would never go so far as poisoning me. She quickly wraps her arms around my head, her little fists dramatically thumping against my back. Wasting good poison on your food is pointless. Why would I even bother? Suddenly, I feel something incredibly soft press right against the back of my head. Nova's entire face and neck flush bright red. She shoves me away, bolting downstairs, forgetting her bra is off. Pay close attention here, because pressing against a guy like that, you and I know that is a totally awkward, entirely different story. Heading downstairs, I find Nova already busy chopping fresh vegetables in the kitchen. Leaning over to check, she genuinely looks like a master chef in training. Very nice. Need a hand? Nova dumps meat into the pressure cooker, shooting me a glance. Go sit down. You're just blocking me. I plop heavily onto the couch and instantly flip on the television. Nova fiercely warns me against touching those snacks. Ruin your appetite, and I am forcefully stuffing it all back inside you. I am completely left speechless. Is she seriously just worried I might skip her cooking later? Honestly, I have absolutely no idea how much time passes before that amazing food smell finally drifts over. I switch off the screen. Nova has plated absolutely everything. 4 beautiful dishes and soup. Simple yet perfect. And every single dish is my absolute favorite. Looking up in genuine surprise, I immediately start showering her with compliments. Nova's mouth curls up, eyes gleaming brightly. Naturally gifted, that is me. You are simply second best. The true master always appears last. Someday, I will cook and absolutely blow your mind. After eating, we both collapse lazily onto the couch while some wildly over-the-top drama plays loudly. Sprawling out, I gently nudge Nova with my foot. Are you really keeping this a secret? Seriously, what did Blake actually do to you? Nova's voice sounds incredibly heavy with exhaustion. I really do not know how to explain. For someone this untouchable to genuinely hesitate, that completely surprises me. Sitting up, I look at her with concern. Then tell me why you actually got sick. The first thing you did was frantically rinse your mouth out. I honestly almost do not want to imagine the absolute worst case scenario. Let us pause. Could these transmigrators actually hurt her? I really never should have walked away. Nova's forehead slightly twitches. Letting out a heavy sigh, she looks at me. If I explain, you are absolutely not allowed to laugh. I blink and nod, while she looks completely mortified. He stripped right in front of me. Wait, what? How did you even end up seeing that? Nova puffs out her adorable cheeks. He did it himself. Then why did you get sick? Nova frowns deeply. She forces out 2 words. It was totally disgusting. I am stunned. But what about when you watch those kinds of movies? Nova pinches me hard. I would never watch anything that gross. What is the point? Then it finally hits her. She fiercely glares at me. Have you been watching them? I quickly glance away. Absolutely not. I heard about it from somebody else. A man with 0 self-respect is just damaged goods. Lucky for you, you have me. Back in my room, thinking about Blake's pathetic face almost makes me laugh out loud. Guys at these elite schools tend to be incredibly arrogant. Their families have serious money. Asking them to swallow their pride and chase someone? Highly unlikely. So, these so-called transmigrators probably cannot actually do real harm to Nova. After all, she is literally the female lead of this world. Should I finally tell Nova they are all capture agents? I fall fast asleep, still turning that exact question over. The next morning, I pedal my bike with Nova clinging behind me, wheezing like I might actually pass out. Nova, you seriously need a diet. Nova gently leans against my back. You are honestly just too skinny. Consider this a solid workout, I protest. Then stop pressing close. It is boiling hot. We playfully bicker the whole way to school like little kids. I quickly scan the classroom, noticing Blake is not here yet. He is usually always early. I check my phone and see he posted something. A massive wall of sad, spiraling text. My mouth slightly twitches. Bro, you are seriously spiraling over this. Meanwhile, Nova glances at her watch. Time for student council, I ask. Has Spencer seriously not come back yet? Spencer is the actual student council president, currently away representing our school at some big event. Nova is just temporarily filling in for him. Nova finishes her council duties and heads down the hall. So what awaits behind that door? Let us find out. Let's dive right in. 3 bold words say pastry room. Master Ray looks up, grinning. Nova, you are here. What are we making today? Nova ties her apron tight. The longer Master Ray watches her, the more he absolutely adores this totally dedicated girl. Initially, he figured she was just messing around for fun. He never imagined she would actually stick with it this long. Nova simply says she wants to learn pudding today. Master Ray chuckles, grabbing his heavy tools. Hardworking girls like you are seriously rare these days. So, did you finally catch your crush's attention? Nova just stares down, pressing her lips tightly together in complete silence. Her eyes dim slightly. Not yet. Master Ray just sighs heavily. You young kids have massively high standards these days. If you ask me, you must say sweet things out loud. I know from extremely painful experience. A smooth-talking pretty boy totally stole my very first love. So speak up. Do not just keep doing everything in absolute secret. Wait too long, and someone with sweeter words will completely sweep him away. Nova freezes instantly in place. Her beautiful face turns completely ice cold. Watch closely. Right here. Her voice drops deeply. He is mine. If someone else tries taking him, I will personally deal with them. Master Ray freezes, quickly slapping his own mouth. Ignore my dumb rambling. I seriously did not mean anything by that careless comment. Please do not take it seriously. Heavy silence. Once Nova finally leaves, Master Ray slowly wipes the cold sweat off his forehead, loudly exhaling. Nova walks right into class holding that pudding. She spots me sitting at my desk immediately. Remembering Master Ray's exact warning, her eyes turn completely pitch dark for just a brief second. Then she looks right up, waving with a bright smile. She strolls over, dropping the pudding onto my desk. Surprised, I quickly ask exactly where she got it from. She glances away. The student council sent this. Give it back if you do not want it. I reply fast. Once placed on my desk, it belongs to me entirely. She smirks. My hand was just there too. Without thinking, I blurt out, then you are mine too. Nova lets out a cold little scoff. Are you some bandit? Her words sound completely dismissive, but her intense gaze is impossibly soft. I am yours, so you are only mine. I rip the wrapper wide open and take a huge bite. If I am a literal bandit, I am specifically robbing you. You are my servant. Nova will wash my feet every single day. Now, imagining that just makes me so incredibly happy. Nova raises one eyebrow, perfectly reading my silly mind. Such an honor, Your Majesty. Drama mode fully activated. Think nothing of it. Nova watches my ridiculous royal act and plays right along with me. So, Your Royal Majesty, how does this humble servant's pudding taste? I finish eating the very last bite, looking at her completely seriously. Delicious. Your Majesty is quite pleased. Then I grin wide. I really have magic powers. I asked for pudding last night, and today, you perfectly deliver it. Nova just laughs out loud. Why not call me your personal shooting star instead? I think about it deeply for a second. That actually makes total sense. Nova looks down, her quiet voice drifting dangerously close to my right ear. So whatever you ever wish for, tell me. You and I both felt that tension, right? Her scent hits, my heart completely stops, then goes absolutely crazy. Grabbing my cup, I jump up in total panic, saying, whatever pops out, back off. I'm just thirsty. Need water now. Nova stares right at my completely flushed cheeks, laughing softly under her breath. So, Ash, you totally have feelings for me, right? And definitely not the innocent childhood best friend type of feeling. I chug an entire cup of water before my racing heart finally calms. I scold myself hard. She is my childhood best friend. Basically, family. What on earth is my wildly beating heart doing? The bell rings loudly. I return to my seat, opening my book for notes. Face totally neutral. Nova fully turns around, glancing over. Are you okay, please? What could possibly be wrong here? I was just super thirsty. Nova quickly points at my open book. This is English class. I look right down at my math textbook, sitting there. I smoothly swap it out for the English one. If Nova ever discovers, my heart was racing like crazy for her. I would literally never hear the end of it. Heart, please get it together. Then the teacher's loud announcement completely wipes everything else away. Listen up, everyone. To boost physical fitness, the school organized a very special outdoor activity right before summer break starts. Next Monday, we are totally taking everyone on a massive camping and hiking trip. We sincerely hope you all enjoy the absolute beauty of nature. Student reactions are wild. Hiking? Honestly, That sounds so incredibly exhausting, sweaty, and awful. I just bought brand new outfits. Finally, an excuse to wear them out. Not a single person mentions Blake being entirely absent today. Like they completely forgot he even exists in this world. Meanwhile, Blake just lies in bed. His face is totally changing. Those double eyelids turn single. His nose looks significantly less defined now. His skin is completely dull. The system speaks up. Player, are you absolutely sure you want to continue like this? Blake covers his face, breaking down. You simply do not understand. I lost my precious charm aura. I am ugly. How am I supposed to win the female lead looking like literal garbage? So where does this leave us? The system stays flat, do nothing, and it declares total failure. Trust me, it gets wild. Game over. Blake just stares, totally lost. What is he even supposed to do? But stick with me here. The system actually offers a complete reset. Everyone forgets his past. A total clean slate. His voice shakes with real hope. Will my face revert? The system shuts him down. Sadly, no, that is the cost of failing. It tells him not to obsess over his looks. Has he seriously forgotten? He earned those looks by grinding missions from this exact starting point. Blake spaces out. Oh, that is right. This was his original face. After all this time, he totally forgot. He built his entire life, one single mission at a time. Next week is the big school hiking trip. The goal? Max out those affection points with the female lead in exactly 5 days. Pull that off, and his appearance goes back to normal. It is Friday now. I pack my bag and walk home alongside Nova. Checking my phone on the way, I crack a huge smile. Lily says it is her birthday, and dinner is on her today. We reach the private room. When Nova and I walk in, Lily is already laughing and chatting away with her crew. I grab an empty seat. A super warm, confident voice calls out, right away. Nice to meet you, Ash. I am Lily, Nova's friend. I glance up to see her incredibly sweet smile. I have definitely seen you around school. They say you are Nova's absolute best friend. Lily gives me this totally confused look. So weird. I seriously never forget a genuinely good-looking guy. How can I never seem to remember you? I sip my drink calmly. You and I both know how much that stings, do we not? For years, I was basically completely invisible to everyone around me. Back in grade school, no matter how hard I tried, teachers just looked right past me. Even if I made a great first impression, they would completely forget who I was by the very next morning. Honestly, I got perfectly used to it. Just like the system said, maybe I am destined to be a totally forgettable background character here. Nova senses the shift in my mood. She reaches right over and grabs my hand. Her warm palm presses firmly against mine. I know this is her silent way of comforting me. She addresses the room, flat and completely unbothered. Were we not playing a game? Everyone snaps out of it. Lily raises her glass. Oh, right. Let us play some truth or dare. I let go of her hand, whispering that I am fine. Nova just shoots me a look, grabs her drink, and takes a huge gulp. Like that actually helps anything. Lily waves her hand. Rules are simple. Whoever pulls the king gets to force someone to do a dare. Nova flips her card. Boom, the king. I am holding number 5. Nova speaks up, cool as ice. Number 5. Write your name on my card. I blink. Watch closely, because you and I know this is weird. Come on, make it exciting. Nova shoots them a glare cold enough to freeze the whole room. Got a problem? Everyone instantly shuts up. Nope, whatever you say. I just grab the pen and scribble my name without even thinking. They deal new cards and keep playing a few more rounds. I completely zone out through all of it. We say our goodbyes and leave. Nova and I walk home in total silence. After a moment, I pause and carefully ask her, why did you need my name? Nova speaks softly. Do you really not already know? I hold her intense gaze for a beat, then slowly look away. Staring at the ground, I smile. Honestly, never really got used to being invisible. I worked so hard. My grades tied with Nova right at the top, but the teacher literally only ever handed the award straight to her. I cried so hard that day, but tiny Nova stomped right into that office. arguing fiercely until they finally gave me my award too. But the very next morning, the teacher forgot everything, an endless loop. Eventually, Nova just gave me her own awards and secretly swapped my name onto her perfect tests. Her little face was just so fiercely earnest. After that, I totally stopped begging for recognition. I stopped needing anyone else to remember I even existed. The cool May night breeze hits us, but I feel completely warm inside. I glance over at Nova, casually looping my arm right around her shoulder. Nova, I want bubble tea, extra large with pudding. Nova immediately shakes her head. No way, you already had a cold drink today. I pout heavily. Nova shifts to that super patient, ridiculously serious tone of hers. This is for your health. Be good. I shoot her a glare. Do not test me. Nova scoffs, flashing a grin. You would not dare. I just sigh. Seriously, were you never bitten by dogs growing up? Makes total sense why you turned out exactly like this. Nova just smirks slightly. You are much more fun acting like this. Later that evening, I start packing my gear for the big hiking trip. It is the school's very first time doing this, so administration is acting super strict. Meanwhile, Nova just throws in water and some snacks. We are tackling a mountain called Chongjiang. Word is, there is a legendary wishing tree waiting right at the summit. The local legend claims that if you carefully hang your name alongside the name of the person you truly love from its branches, you two will stay together forever. Naturally, a ton of students are obsessed with this romantic idea. Nova and I stand together. I tease her. Nova, if you cannot make it up, I will carry you. She bounces ahead, grinning back. Then I will hold you to that. Trust me, you and I definitely want to see this. Alright, stick with me here. I plan to test her stamina today, but honestly, she has zero shame, and I forgot. Halfway up this mountain, some students are already gasping for air, collapsing on the ground, and whining non-stop. When does this end? The teacher claps loud. Keep moving, everyone. Push through, and victory is yours. Your youth is right ahead. Meanwhile, I am completely drenched in sweat. My previous bragging has totally come back to haunt me. Ripping my jacket off, I sit heavily on a rock, panting hard. Guess you will be the one carrying me up now. Nova leans heavily right against my shoulder, grabs a water bottle, twists the cap wide open, and hands it straight to me. Drink. Who exactly said I lack stamina? I chug half the water and talk back. Listen, I apologize on behalf of my exhausted physical body, but I promise my spirit is ready for war. Nova quietly crouches right in front of me, gently wipes the sweat away, and just shakes her head. With your stamina, I could outlast 10 of you. I hold my tongue. Yeah, sure. You are the absolute best. Nova looks down like an absolute boss and extends her hand. I look up, totally confused. She curls her finger and quickly flicks my forehead. Were you not just bragging about carrying someone up here? I am fine now, thanks. Everyone is going to think I am super weak. Nova raises an eyebrow, grabs my hand, and pulls me right onto her back. She laughs softly. What are you even thinking? I will only carry you this once. Pure embarrassment hits me instantly. I hold on tight around her neck. Well, at least I am not the one who will be embarrassed. Here, I have no presents to protect anyway. Nova playfully teases me while her blushing passenger simply looks around. We fell way behind. I realize nobody is walking behind us. Since we set off last, we fell so far behind that the group is completely gone. I lean close to her ear, totally puzzled. Nova, have you been secretly working out or something lately? How are you this insanely strong suddenly? You used to be the little crybaby who could barely even keep up with me before. Just a few steps later, Nova frowns deeply. Her face is bright red and completely drenched in heavy sweat. I have never seen her looking like this before. It totally startles me. I jump down instantly and grab her face in panic. Nova, what is wrong? Why are you so flushed? Major guilt crashes over me. If I had known, I never would have let her carry me. Nova snatches the water, drains it in one giant gulp, and slowly steadies her heavy breathing. Let us go. The teacher is definitely searching for us. Nova dusts herself off, her expression totally normal again. I speak up, still worried. If you feel sick, just tell me. I will go find the teacher. Do not push yourself today. Suddenly, someone shouts out, "Hey, the teacher sent me down for you guys." Everyone is waiting up at the summit. I stare hard at this guy. Now watch closely. Something about him is completely off. The way he looks at Nova just screams danger. Inside his head, "System? You are absolutely sure Nova has zero memory of me? Please do not question our advanced technology." That creepy exchange echoes loudly. I narrow my eyes right at the boy. His smile looks so bright and fake. "I am Blake. Here, let me carry your heavy bags. I can carry them easily." So, it really is him after all. But why does he look completely different? Nova clearly forgot the old Blake. I suddenly recall what the system said about his punishment. So, the Blake standing here right now has clearly already paid the ultimate price. Nova replies politely, "Thanks." Blake beams. "What about you? Want me to grab yours too?" I grip my bag tightly and just frown. "Thanks, but I have got it." Blake shrugs casually. "All right, let us head up." Inside his head he asks, "System, I still have that unused item, right?" "Yes, player. However, strongly advise against using it now. It causes nasty side effects. I would only use it if I had absolutely no choice. But for Nova's affection points, I really have to." "Good luck then, player. You and I both feel this tension, right?" My heart seizes. I grab her arm, terrified. I want to confess everything, but a dark voice screams that I absolutely cannot. I violently shake my head, pushing that cursed voice away. Nova quietly looks down at her sleeve. My hand is gripping it extremely tight. She puts her warm hand over mine. "What scares you?" Pulling myself together, I breathe out slowly. "Nothing, just tired. Let us head up." It is super obvious I am hiding something, and she watches me quietly. Something has definitely been completely off since Blake showed up. So, has this Blake secretly hurt Ash before? Nova narrows her eyes and intensely glares at Blake, her gaze going pitch dark. Whatever this trash has done, she will definitely make him pay. Blake smiles happily. "System, is Nova totally staring at me?" "Yes, player." The system nervously watches Nova's affection points swing wildly up and down. One moment, it sits at 0%, then drops to -30, crashing to -50. The system watches in absolute silent horror, torn between warning him or just watching him celebrate. Amazing. Great news. My genius approach is totally working today. Maybe I will not even need the item this time. The system stays completely silent. At the summit, everyone finally gets their energy back. Students are busy writing their names and their secret crushes. The whole excited group chatters loudly about exactly what they should write today. So what do you and I make of this? I skip the silly writing and just open my lunchbox instead. Nova actually made it this morning. "Come along with me." I ask why she carried me. Nova secretly hides a paper showing our names. She claims she will eat soon and heads to the restroom. I feel so uneasy. I look around, spotting Blake chatting with other students. I nod. "Come back fast," I tell her. "A few minutes should be totally fine. Plus, Blake cannot see our spot from there." Nova looks at my face, promising she will be back in just a moment. She strolls to the wishing tree and reveals her prepared slip. Both our names rest perfectly side by side on it. Nova never buys into stuff like this. She usually believes that if she wants something, she has to go out and earn it herself. Praying to trees or making silly wishes. She always believed only complete cowards did that. Yet here, she stands before a tree, covered in other people's hopes, finally making a genuine wish of her own. Her lifelong dream, staying by my side forever. Nova hangs it up and turns around, knowing her clueless guy is still sitting there waiting for her. She spins around and bumps right into Blake. He smirks. "Making a wish too, Nova? I never thought you liked this stuff." Nova shuts him down fast. "None of your business," she snaps. "Why are you always so harsh? I only want to be friends." The guy genuinely does not get the hint. This time around, he plans to get close slowly, figure out her likes, and quietly build up those affection points step by step. But her entire vibe screams, keep away. She glares at him. Not interested. Do not talk to me. Then she marches back toward me. Behind her, Blake furiously grits his teeth. System, activate the item. Activation complete. Player, stand by. Watch this closely. A crazy wind hits. Everything goes silent. My hand freezes mid-bite into an apple. My brain is racing. What is going on? I am paralyzed, teeth still stuck in this apple. This definitely has to be Blake using his item. Pure panic strikes. I should never have let her go alone. Just a few minutes, and that was all Blake needed to strike. What can I do? Suddenly, everything turns black. I completely pass out, only to wake up somewhere familiar. Was I not just frozen up on the mountain? How am I back at the house? I try lifting my hand, but remain completely paralyzed. So weird. Did she carry me home? Before I can even process, my own hands start moving independently. Blake's voice randomly echoes inside my head. System, what is going on? The item replays history. It traps the target inside their most painful memories. You are the source of her pain. Player, your job is stopping this pain from happening. Guide her safely out of this memory. If you succeed, the system rewrites everything so she remembers you as the hero who saved her. But I have absolutely no clue what this body did. Player, you must figure that out. This is her memory. Nobody else knows her secret. Pain. How much time do I have? 3 days. Find the source of her pain in 3 days. If you fail, the system declares the mission failed and wipes you out entirely. That is the penalty. I assumed it was like before, losing my looks. The system's voice drops entirely cold. Correct. This is a strictly banned action. The system literally warned you against it. One single mistake, and Nova could turn totally dark forever. I listened to this crazy conversation. If I'm getting this right, Blake is currently chilling inside my body. Let that sink in for a second. Blake stole my body, and I am trapped inside. No moving, zero speaking. I just watch him control me. But wait a minute, this body looks exactly like my 8-year-old self. Did she suffer something terrible at this age? I barely remember anything. Then, a knock sounds. Dinner is ready. The old housekeeper is calling. I watch my own body open the door. I just follow along inside. A lady in her 30s stands there, beaming at me. Our young master looks extremely handsome today. Come on down, is dinner time. Miss is waiting. My eye twitches wildly. I actually remember this housekeeper from my childhood. She was the only adult who showed me kindness. But I later heard she was completely fired for stealing from us. She grabs my hand, leading me out. Near the stairs, 8-year-old Nova is already leaning there, waiting for me. She glares at me and scoffs. You are incredibly slow. I try arguing back, but my mouth automatically says, sorry to keep you waiting. Right. I forgot. I am just a passenger inside my own body here. What a shame. I miss the normal Nova. Blake stares at young Nova. Her face matches her older self perfectly. She resembles a little princess from a fairy tale, probably because she is still so incredibly young. Her emotions are completely unguarded. She hides absolutely nothing. She stares at me long and hard, frowning. Did you take the wrong medicine today? She clearly has not developed that intense, untouchable pride yet. That is where we leave it. Less intimidated, he grabs her hand. Nova, let us eat. Stick with me here. You and I are diving into a wild childhood memory. Back then, Nova and I constantly bickered. She steps back. That look she gives? Totally strange. What did you just call me? Blake blinks, utterly confused. Ash, you are seriously so boring. Nova drops the insult and marches back into her room, sliding the lock shut behind her. The housekeeper gently knocks. Miss, please calm down. Just come eat something. You will only make yourself miserable. Boom. A huge noise echoes inside. I flinch hard. Seriously, what is her deal? I have never seen her act this way. Blake is getting pretty uneasy too. He spins around toward the housekeeper. What is up with Nova? Did I do something wrong to upset her? The housekeeper crouches down. Oh, it is nothing. The young miss is just throwing a little tantrum. Go comfort her. She always listens to you. The absolute most. Blake has zero clue what he did, but she seems certain. Plus, this specific body he is possessing is clearly the root of Nova's pain. He needs answers, fast. Nova, please open the door. I am so sorry. I know I was wrong earlier. Come eat something first. After a few agonizing minutes, Nova finally opens up. She completely ignores me, marching right downstairs, grabbing a seat, and digging into her food. See, miss, you always say no matter how terribly mad you feel, never, ever starve yourself. Miss, that is definitely one important lesson you could learn from the master. The housekeeper hovers by Nova, slicing her meal and sliding the water glass perfectly into reach. I just stare at the huge food spread. I swallow hard. I am literally starving. No clue when this ends, but something bothers me. The housekeeper is super focused on Nova, totally ignoring my existence. Back then, I was totally used to being a ghost, so I ignored it. Now watch closely. You and I can see something feels wrong. Blake eats silently. Hey, system, any magical hints? I seriously have zero clue what to do right now. I am way too slow for this. I almost laugh. At least Blake actually understands his own limitations here. Honestly, if I was in his shoes, I would probably be just as clueless right now. Sorry player, that specific feature does not exist. I am losing my mind. Looking up, Nova finishes eating. Wiping her mouth, she hops off the seat and slowly walks upstairs. Seeing her go, Blake hastily shoves down a few bites before chasing her. I glance backward at the housekeeper. She clears the empty plates super casually, humming some weird, unfamiliar melody, looking way too happy right now. That overhead light throws weird shadows across her face. I have watched this exact same scene 100 times, but somehow, this time it sends freezing chills right down my spine. Upstairs, Blake nervously faces Nova, saying, "Please stop being so incredibly mad at me. From today onward, I will treat you perfectly. I will never, ever upset you again." Blake assumes the real Ash probably did something absolutely horrible to poor Nova. Otherwise, Nova would never carry this heavy emotional trauma years later. Regardless, he must prove to young Nova, right here and now, that he will absolutely never hurt her. Her young face stays totally blank. Then she looks my way and suddenly flashes a smile. A cute dimple pops on her left cheek, looking impossibly sweet. Fine, then. How about you just call me Nova from now on? Blake stares blankly at her warm smile, his heart racing. He realizes this is probably the very first time she has ever smiled at him, revealing that sweet dimple. I know what you are thinking. I stare at 8-year-old Nova, fighting the absolute urge to dropkick her and scream, "Do not even try pulling this tricky stunt." But I can only watch, completely helpless, as Blake's face turns bright red, and he actually says that name. The sheer, absolute rage inside me. If I sinned in a past life, let the real law punish me, please, just not this. I squeeze my eyes completely shut. Absolutely, refusing to see Nova's smug little expression. But wait, Nova is not actually smiling now. Her eyes are pitch black. That innocent face overlaps flawlessly with her terrifying adult version. Blake completely freezes, massive goosebumps covering his skin. She literally told him to say it, yet her cold expression is just completely terrifying. He shivers violently from head to toe. Then Nova looks my way and suddenly smiles again. Let us get along well from now on. Blake finally breathes, nods slowly, wipes off cold sweat, and mentally begs his racing heart to chill. It is just a fake memory. Nova cannot hurt anyone here. Later that exact night, Blake falls fast asleep in my old bed. I stay completely wide awake. If I am right, it happens very soon. Click. The bedroom lock slowly turns. Then the bright light clicks on. I stare straight up at the housekeeper standing there. At 8 years old, Nova and I were literally sold off. This exact housekeeper did it. She moves super fast, grabbing both of us and tossing us into a car. The driver is a huge bearded dude, grinning like an absolute maniac. Massive score this time around. The boss lady at the main house will absolutely lose her mind over this. The housekeeper's fake warmth totally vanishes. Her voice drops, flat and freezing cold. Drive fast. If these brats wake up, we are totally finished. The bearded driver scoffs. Chill out. Did you not drug them to sleep already? Besides, the deal was just for the girl. Why grab the boy too? She smirks. He is handsome. So what do you and I make of this absolute betrayal, right? Stick with me here. The bearded man just laughs. Who rejects extra cash? Women are totally ruthless. If the B family realized they were actually housing a wild wolf, they would seriously regret it forever. I watch this happen, totally pale. I look right at Nova beside me. She's just fast asleep, eyes completely shut. I honestly have zero idea what to do now. Technically, this is just Nova's memory playing out. Maybe even just an illusion. Still, really hate seeing Nova having to relive this awful pain again. Suddenly, they just lock us inside a completely pitch black room. When the sky finally brightens, Blake rubs his eyes and stares at this totally run-down room. What the heck? Where are we right now? Man, it smells absolutely terrible. He quickly covers his nose. System, what is happening? How did everything just change while I was knocked out? Answer, unknown. Something huge is probably about to happen here. Better check on Nova first. Blake immediately snaps to attention. Fighting the awful smell, he turns and spots Nova just leaning against the wall. He rushes to help her up, but she pulls away. He crouches right beside her. Are you okay? What is going on? How did we end up here? I just watched Nova through his eyes. Sweat is already dripping down her face. I know exactly what this is. Her extreme obsession with cleanliness is flaring up. She always keeps everything perfectly spotless. Being thrown into a disgusting room full of literal garbage? It is honestly a miracle she has not fainted yet. Nova stands up, feeling totally sick. Bam! The door opens. A sketchy guy walks in, snarling. Shut up in here. Keep making noise and see what happens. Nova replies, totally calm. This place smells awful. Move me somewhere else right now. The guy just sneers. You're not the B family's precious little daughter anymore. Drop the bratty attitude, or things will get super unpleasant for you. Nova replies evenly. You really do not want anything bad happening to us either, right? If you refuse to move me, and I do not survive this, you get absolutely zero cash. Is that worth it? Nova suddenly holds a glass shard to her neck. Now pay attention here. Her eyes go completely ice cold, sharp as a blade. The guy totally panics. Hey, do not do anything crazy. I will move you. I will move you. Okay, take it easy. She is literally just a kid, but her intense aura has him completely shaking. I watch all this happen. Right now, things are totally going Nova's way. The scared guy quickly moves them to a different room. It is still super grimy, but the smell is finally bearable. The guy looks totally annoyed. Fine. Room changed. Now hand over that sharp glass. Nova confidently tosses the shard at his feet. You can leave now. His eyebrows shoot up. His face turns completely red, but he absolutely cannot touch her. Hurt hostages bring in way less cash, so he just angrily mutters under his breath. Have fun playing tough right now. You will definitely pay later. He locks the door and leaves. Blake is totally freaking out. Nova, what do we do now? I hear that name literally leave my own mouth, and my eye just twitches. I am not the one speaking, but it is totally my voice. It makes me feel so sick. Blake anxiously turns to the system. System, is there any kind of special item to escape this place? Player, stop dreaming. Focus on finding out how this body caused Nova's pain. Is it not super obvious? This guy definitely did something awful to her right now. Betrayed her, or just ran away solo. Classic tropes. In these novels, the main hero always gets a super tragic backstory. So, player, work hard to change things. Seriously, what kind of trashy novels has Blake been reading? I know what you are thinking. My attention is totally elsewhere. Ever since Nova opened that door, something feels incredibly wrong. This is definitely not how I remember things playing out. Nova completely ignores him and casually lies on the bed. Blake figures she is just super tired and drops it. Time slowly ticks by. Boom. The door opens. I instantly recognize the guy entering. It is that same sketchy driver. He confidently strolls in like he owns the place. The skinny guy trailing behind him. He aggressively grabs Nova's collar, grinning with gross yellow teeth. Heard you have a really big attitude, little girl. Well, I just tell you a little secret right now. You are not some precious princess anymore. I strongly advise you to behave. Because I really do not mind walking away with slightly less cash today. The skinny dude tosses a bag over and follows him out. Blake frantically rushes over. Are you okay, Nova? Do not worry. We are definitely getting out of here. I promise. But Nova just gives him a cold smile. And how exactly do you plan to do that? Blake completely freezes up. He has absolutely nothing. Zero plans. But he is super confident Nova can save them both. Nova, I am so sorry. I honestly have zero answers. But you are incredibly smart. You will figure out a way to save us, right? Nova simply looks down. Her expression is totally impossible to read. I watch this memory unfold. Something is seriously wrong. Nova seems totally off. The night deepens. Everything outside goes dead silent. Nova slowly sits up, pulling open the cabinet against the wall. Blake has absolutely no clue what she is doing, but he helps push it aside anyway, whispering, Nova, what exactly is behind this heavy thing? Nova does not even explain, but I already know the truth. There is a hidden hole right in the wall. 8-year-old me actually found it. Blake stares at the secret hole and gasps. Nova, you are incredible. I knew you would find a way out. Nova just replies flatly. You go first. Blake refuses. I am not leaving you. That is where we stop. Trust me, you must see what happens next. Stick with me here. This is the exact moment everything shifts. Nova completely commands this guy to move ahead first. Then this absolute coward turns around and betrays her. After that, Nova totally stops trusting anyone at all. Going by all the epic tales Blake soaked up, this is precisely how it unfolds. My mouth twitches. Nova furiously yells at him. I said go. Just run. I blink slowly, getting pulled right back into the memory. 8-year-old me found that gap and carried Nova out. But I was tiny. Zero stamina. That winding mountain path was incredibly rough. I tripped more times than I can count, my back totally burning up. Nova, shaking weakly on my back, quietly whispered, leave me, just put me down. I already sent my mom a quick message. Someone should rescue us soon. I just kept carrying her, fighting through the sting, one slow step ahead. If she already texted for help, that is exactly why I cannot abandon her. Nova snapped back. I never sent a thing. I lied. I am useless. Drop me and run. I just grinned a little bit. I totally figured you were lying. Nova squeezed my neck super tight and yelled, I told you to run, so go. I laughed through the ache, but she held on so tightly. Now, that exact same memory is playing out right here. Nova commanding someone to leave her far behind them. Clinging on with all his might, Blake yells, I am staying. Nova, I will never abandon you. But then, flashes this incredibly cold and deeply unsettling smile. A freezing chill totally takes over. Her voice drops, sounding like absolute pure venom. Watch this closely. The entire world around us slowly begins dissolving piece by piece. Nova smoothly transforms from her 8-year-old self into her current form. System sirens blare inside Blake. Warning. Player failed the mission. Nova has turned dark. Player is in extreme danger. Blake absolutely panics. What do I do? System, please help. I do not want to fade. So sorry. There is zero I can do. Player, you are completely alone. Blake bursts into tears. Stay back. I am terrified. I just stare at Nova. Her eyes have turned an intensely dark crimson. Her sharp face is freezing cold. Something totally wild flickers deep inside her intense stare. I shake my head. This is not Nova. She is not like this. She gets annoying sometimes, but she is super gentle. Sure, she gets a little awkward, but that is just pure shyness. Seeing her act this terrifying honestly makes me super uneasy. Nova violently grabs Blake by his throat. Her crimson eyes lock on, filled with something seriously dangerous. What did you do to him? Blake violently gasps. A heavy pressure crushes his poor neck. He helplessly scratches at Nova, coughing out a desperate question. What are you saying? I do not get it. Nova squeezes harder. Her tough act totally breaks down. Come out. Give him back to me. I almost tear up. She actually recognized me. Blake goes completely limp, unable to even speak. Suddenly, I feel my fingers twitch. A bright spark of hope completely lights me up. I slowly reach up and touch her face. Smiling, I whisper that silly nickname only I ever use. Dummy. Nova starts shaking so much. Then she instantly tackles me into a massive hug, holding on tight. I feel something warm against my neck. I smile. You are weeping again. Such a giant crybaby. I gently close my eyes. Crunch. I bite my apple, rubbing my jaw. You and I saw that coming, right? I glance at Blake, totally panicking. Turns out, all that weird unease I felt deep inside, he figured out super fast that I was faking. But where is the real Nova? She has been hiding way too long. Nova stands right by the wishing tree, branches loaded with bright ribbons. She feels like she just woke from a totally wild dream. It felt incredibly real, real enough to seriously spook her. Just thinking about it sends her sprinting toward me. Her hands are totally trembling as she wildly hugs me. I almost choke on my apple, playfully patting her on the back. What is your deal, Nova? Please tell me you actually washed your hands and are not wiping them on my shirt. Nova keeps hugging me, slowly sliding her hand down my back. She totally remembers that old scar I got because of her. I awkwardly twist around and check my shirt, pretending I have absolutely no idea what just happened. You visited the restroom and returned acting completely weird. Nova playfully flicks my forehead without a single word. I just dreamt that you called me Nova. That terrified you to pieces? I hold my head, laughing. More like it scared me. Me actually calling you that? Not in this lifetime. Nova flashes a super sweet smile. Call me what? Without even thinking, I blurt Nova. She just laughs. Good boy. I catch my slip. You totally tricked me. I zip my bag, and we hike down the mountain, cheerfully bickering the entire way. At the bottom, our teacher is already checking attendance. Nova and I quickly rejoin everyone. I notice Blake staring right at Nova with absolute, pure horror on his face. He nervously rubs his neck. Just looking at her brings him pain. Summer break arrives incredibly fast. Once Blake vanishes, I never hear from that system again. Not until Nova celebrates her birthday. I chill on the couch eating ice cream. I just stole it from her, eagerly waiting for the crew. Soon enough, Spencer, Lily, and Sweet Violet ring our front doorbell. I open up. Spencer immediately faints. Trust me, you want what comes next. I leap back, completely startled, crouching to help him up. Spencer's inner voice echoes. Wait, are you saying I got reincarnated? That is correct, player. Stick with me here, because my hands freeze. Another system. Alright, tell me what I need to do. Player, our system detects your reincarnation is directly linked to Nova. You have to hit a 20% affection rating with her in 10 days. Fail, and you get sent straight back to your past life to continue working as a server. Spencer opens his eyes, sitting up and absorbing everything. In his past life, at 18, his family was totally broke. Everyone looked down on him for it. Some kids even bullied him. Only Nova actually stood up for him, chasing away anyone who ever caused him trouble. Later, doing student council work, they gradually grew closer. That was exactly how he ended up discovering a few of Nova's best hidden secrets. Nova secretly had deep feelings for her quiet childhood best friend, completely hiding it from everyone for so many years. This time, his girlfriend Violet actually dragged him out here for Nova's birthday party. Something definitely feels off to me. This situation feels totally different from before. Not just the extended timeline, but even the affection goal is surprisingly lowered. Watch closely as I glance at Nova. She must be an absolute nightmare to handle if even the system had to lower its own crazy standards. I walk inside, grabbing some ice cream bars from the freezer, figuring everybody here could really use a nice cool down. Nova immediately pouts. Why get nothing for me? I reply flatly. Is your time of the month not arriving soon? I'm literally looking out for you. You will definitely thank me later when your stomach avoids absolute agony. Nova glares, kicking me without missing a single beat. Yours is coming. See what I told you? At least pretend to act a little ladylike. Even dogs would run away from you. Nova casually reminds me, today is her birthday. My entire expression instantly freezes. I was absolutely out of line just now. Please be the bigger person and let it go. It all started over the birthday gift. That morning during breakfast, a special delivery arrived. Inside was a car key and elegant heels. I sipped my kanji. Who actually sent this? Who else? Mom and my brother. Then, completely out of nowhere, Nova sets everything down and glares at me. And yours? You did not forget to get me something, right? It is upstairs. Do you really want it now? It is literally still daytime. Night has not even fallen yet, and we haven't even touched the birthday cake. Nova suddenly grabs my hand, dragging me upstairs. Right now. Now. I pull a little box from the drawer, handing it right over. The box is incredibly tiny, tied at the top with a small ribbon bow. Nova unties the cute bow, quickly tearing off the wrapping. Inside the tiny box sits a small paper slip reading, "Wish voucher." She barely reacts at all. Feeling pretty embarrassed by this, I quickly explain. I had absolutely no idea what to even get you. I nearly lost my mind trying to think of something. Then this hit me. It is only valid today. Whatever you wish for, I will make it happen. Nova smiles slightly, barely acceptable. My wish is that you absolutely cannot say no to me today. She slowly notices her willpower around him is completely slipping. I watch her accept the tiny gift, finally letting out a quiet breath of relief. You and I know this is a trap. I instantly regret what comes next. Because whenever I say something she hates, she says, "Today is my birthday." And it works perfectly every time. Plus, this brutal August heat ruins any idea of going outside. Everyone stays inside with the air conditioning, simply playing games and cards. After several rounds, I suddenly crave double skim milk pudding from that shop near our school. Someone suggests whoever loses the next round runs the errand. Soon enough, Lily violently bursts back through the door. What the heck? I am literally melting out there. Why did I have to be the loser? We are doing a rematch. I grab my portion, open the bag, and happily dig in. Meanwhile, Lily passes the second bowl over to Spencer. Spencer quietly shifts position, glancing over at Nova. Nova, do you want some? Here, take mine. I have not even opened it up yet. Nova kicks me, completely ignoring Spencer. No need for that. I will just eat ashes. I let out a sigh, understanding the drill, and start feeding Nova one spoonful at a time. Did you not just say you absolutely hated this stuff? Are you doing this on purpose? I finally won for once. And half of it still vanishes into her stomach. Nova just opens her mouth wider. The treat she always found too rich suddenly does not taste bad. She glares. Watch your tone. I smile back. Of course, miss. What else would you like? Allow me. I plaster on a stiff smile. Keep eating. You will burst later. She nods. That is all for now. You are totally dismissed. Nova acts like she cannot even see how absolutely furious I am, raising an eyebrow at me in pure, unfiltered provocation. Lily lets out a huge yawn. This is so boring. She turns straight to Nova. Nova, is this really how you want to spend your glorious 18th birthday? So dull, Nova says flatly. I like dull. Then she softly mutters under her breath. Honestly, I was hoping you all would leave me and Ash alone today. Let us play a game, Lily quickly suggests. I have these dare cards. Each one has a crazy dare on it. She also produces an empty glass cola bottle. This is our tool. Whoever the bottle points at has to take a dare. We both know what happens next. Nova lazily calls it boring, but seeing everyone else in, she has zero way to actually refuse. Come along with me. We are diving into a classic game of spin the bottle. She sighs, grabs it, and gives it a huge spin. It lands right on Violet. Violet flashes a grin, glancing at Nova before turning to Lily. Pick a card for me. Oh, I'm definitely finding you the absolute worst one. Lily does not even finish talking before she actually reads the card. Her eyes instantly go completely wide in pure shock. Kiss the person next to you. Oh wow, I absolutely love this dare. Now we are talking. Violet nervously glances back and forth between Nova and me. Nova turns my way too. And, yeah, I'm sitting there eyes wide open, totally ready for the big show to start. But Nova suddenly grabs my face and shoves it sideways. Ash, are you seriously that curious? She keeps squishing my cheeks. Let go of me, I mumble. Suddenly, loud smooch echoes behind me. I push Nova away, rub my face, and lean right in. That is totally unfair, Nova. You get to watch the whole thing, but I cannot. I stare right into her eyes. Her face is burning bright red. She gulps nervously. I was not watching it either. She covers her blazing red cheeks and literally sprints to the bathroom. I pour a glass of water. What in the world was that reaction? Does she actually think I am scary? Violet watches her sprint away and just laughs. Well, I need to use the restroom too. Spencer sees all this and pieces it together. I am the childhood best friend Nova likes. He immediately slides right over next to me. You guys are so close. I'm seriously jealous. I nod. We get along okay. Spencer frowns a little, sounding super nostalgic. When I was a kid, I always wished for a best friend who would actually look out for me. Someone to protect me when things got risky. I was not lucky like you. I look at him with a totally straight face. She is honestly just like a little sister. Then I slowly, awkwardly slide away from him on the couch. Now, pay attention here. Ever since this guy unlocked his system, his vibe is totally off. I laugh inwardly. If the chat goes nowhere, just drop it. This is just super awkward. Meanwhile, Nova splashes cold water on her face. She pants heavily, staring right at her reflection in the mirror. Her heart is beating so wildly. It feels like it might literally explode right out from her chest. Her eyes are teary, and her ears are bright red. She steps outside onto the balcony, hoping the cool breeze will finally calm her racing nerves. Violet walks out and follows her right onto the balcony. Okay, seriously, you ever going to actually confess to him? Nova winces. She is absolutely terrified. What if Ash rejects her? What if their friendship is ruined forever and they can never go back? Violet shakes her head, smiling. The tough girl who acts like nothing bothers her is completely falling apart over this one single, oblivious guy. Oh, wait a second. Did I not tell you to write him a love letter before? Did you do it? Nova hesitates. I did, but he probably never saw it. Violet dramatically throws her hands up. Nova, you cannot just sit around waiting. Keep this up, and you will not just lose him. The regret will be 1,000 times worse. What are you guys chatting about? Did someone say special person? I suddenly pop up right beside them. Violet quickly covers her mouth, giggling. You caught us. We were talking about a crush. Let's pause for a second. Our clueless guy actually asks, wait, Nova, you like someone? Who is the lucky guy? Do I know him? Nova pats my head. Whether you do or not, are you seriously not aware by now? I nod. Fair point. But honestly, with a bossy personality like yours, how could anyone ever handle dating you? Nova forcefully grabs my arm. Then I guess I will just torture you forever. Wait, what? I stare at her, totally speechless. Violet watches from the sidelines, feeling so bad for Nova. At this terrible pace, winning Ash over is going to take centuries. After finishing the cake that evening, it is finally time for everyone to head home. Before leaving, Spencer grabs my hand like we are best bros. Ash, you are a great guy. Let us stay in touch. An uncomfortable chill runs down my spine. Shouldn't you be focusing on Nova instead? Why target me? Nova looks totally confused. Wait, when did you two get so incredibly close? Your guess is as good as mine. Something about him feels totally wrong. I definitely need to keep my distance. I really cannot tell what he is planning. For once, I am actually super grateful for how totally forgettable I am. By tomorrow, Spencer will probably forget I even exist. Nova smiles sweetly. That is great. It means people are finally noticing you. I shake my head. That is definitely not it. I just could not say no to the guy. You know I am terrible at rejecting people. Nova instantly fires back. Then why do you always say no to me? I look at her, totally wounded. Because I actually know you well. Plus, when do I ever deny you? I spent all day following orders, and you ruined the one single thing I actually wanted to see. That kiss? Novi asks, her face totally serious. Did you really want to see it that badly? I suddenly feel super awkward. Well, everyone says a kiss feels like pure electricity running through your body. I really just wanted to see how they would react. Nova chuckles softly. Watching someone else will not teach you a single thing. Her quiet laugh makes my own face flush hot. I cannot just test it myself, right? Then let us try. Trust me, you and I are going to need the next chapter immediately. Stick with me. You and I are diving into crazy tension. Nova wraps her arms around my waist, and my hands instinctively hit her shoulders. I completely panic and scramble back. Nova just stares right at me. Not curious? Then find out. I am screaming internally. Are you crazy, Nova? We are basically family. This is so wrong. The tension is completely suffocating right now. My brain is an absolute mess. I cannot even remember what I said to cause this. Nova leans in close, like casting some dangerous spell, and whispers, today is my birthday. You promised it yourself. Whatever I want, you will make it happen. Are we not super close? Just try it, and you will see. Plus, I am pretty cute, and it would be a first time for both of us. You have absolutely nothing to lose. Honestly, I am totally curious too. So let me do this. I look at her. She is absolutely gorgeous. I have no clue if her charm is working on me, or if I just really want to grant her birthday wish. I give a soft smile. I just ate candy, so I guess I can reluctantly try it. I slowly close my eyes, and finally lean in. My very first thought, super soft. So this is how it feels. Just the lightest little touch. Barely a second. I pull away. I press my hand against my chest. Wow, the romance novels lied. It is sweet, sure, but there is zero electricity happening here. Nova speaks, her voice sounding completely hoarse. She asks really carefully, what did that feel like? I answer simply, just soft. Her eyes suddenly go dark. No electricity? I shake my head. Maybe it was too quick. Then Nova says something that freezes me completely. Watch closely. This is where it gets wild. Let me try. I blink. Then she passionately seals my mouth with hers. Totally different. She starts with the gentlest brush against my lips, then slowly deepens it, pulling me right in for a long kiss. My heart is absolutely slamming, feeling like it will leap out of my chest. Meanwhile, Nova is dazed, thinking about the milk candy I had. An unknown amount of time passes before she finally lets go, gently holding my face. Honestly, this time, my brain completely short-circuits and stops working. I am completely breathless, frantically wiping the corner of my mouth. I just blurt out in total flustered embarrassment. Nothing. Seriously, where did she even learn to do that? So unfair. Nova just smiles warmly at me. What am I supposed to do now? Because I felt everything. Just looking at her like this makes my pulse go crazy. I instantly turn and run. I completely collapse onto my bed. Eyes squeezed shut, just gasping for air. Both hands press against my chest, trying to calm my racing heart. All I can picture is that crazy moment. How did I actually end up kissing her? This is completely her fault for pulling me in like that. I keep trying to remind myself she is basically family. I have no clue how long I lie there panicking, but I eventually fall asleep. The very next morning, I wake up. The second I spot Nova, my hand instinctively reaches up to touch my lips. She asks why I'm glaring so early in the morning. I awkwardly rub my head and say nothing. The air turns super quiet. You feel that awkwardness too, right? Normally, Nova fills the breakfast silence, just chatting away about absolutely everything and nothing. I speak up first to break the heavy tension. Sleep okay last night? She sets down her cup and stares intensely. Want to know why? I instantly go stiff in my chair and nervously stammer. Yeah, I would love to know. She asks, ever thought about getting a girlfriend? Confused by the completely random pivot, I look up. Sure, every single guy my age fantasizes about being in love. But hitting my teens, the whole idea kind of faded away. Honestly, I really do not want a girlfriend who forgets my name every day, forcing me to explain myself all over again. Every single time. Dealing with that every day sounds totally exhausting. Nova just rests her chin on her hand. What are your standards for a girlfriend then? I count on my fingers. Well, first, she definitely needs to treat me well. Next, she actually needs to listen to me. Pretty, kind, and ideally remembers I exist. Out of pure curiosity, I ask her back. What about your standards for a boyfriend? Nova quietly glances right up at me and says, someone who is a little slow. Slow people sure are lucky. I nod in agreement. Fair enough. Then I mutter quietly, meaning a smart guy like me would really struggle. She grabs her phone and quickly texts Violet. Come hang out tonight. I desperately need a drink. Are you feeling off? She sends the address and drops her phone. I am taking you to a bar tonight. Startled, I look up. Really? I have never actually been. Then hurry up and change. She puffs her cheeks, watching me walk upstairs. What an absolute player. Always just chasing the next shiny thing. He completely fails to read the room. After all these years, can he seriously not see that I am upset? I genuinely want to cry, but he is totally blind. He should be comforting me right now, taking me somewhere fun instead. Upstairs, I quickly throw on some clothes and check the mirror. Something feels missing. My eyes suddenly lock onto the cologne Nova gifted me last year. She told me she carefully chose it so people would actually notice me. A second later, she swings my bedroom door wide open. Are you finally done? Why are you taking forever? She stands there, watching me grab the cologne and spray it on myself. Something sudden occurs to her. She freezes in the doorway. The note inside the cologne box. Did you read it? She nervously touches her ear and collar. I answer casually, the note? Yeah, I read it. Why? So what do you and I think was actually written on it? Stick with me here. Nova grips her bow, hair falling to hide those eyes. She thinks, did you seriously have nothing to say? Like what? It is just an order note. What? Am I supposed to leave a 5-star review? Her vision blurs. Her nose stings. Last night brought her so much absolute joy, and today just hurts. Does Ash genuinely feel nothing at all? He just sees her as family. I notice Nova's eyes turning red and immediately panic. Hey, what is wrong? Are you actually crying? Nova takes a deep breath, her hands clenching tight. Two completely different voices are warring inside her head. One screams, just go to him. Tell him you absolutely refuse to just be family. But the other voice whispers, do not even try it. Are you trying to scare him away? You might lose everything you have now. Those voices keep tearing at each other, never stopping. Her fists finally unclench. I stare at her, totally worried. Nova, are you okay? Wait, why are you suddenly getting a nosebleed? Nova touches her nose, feeling the sudden warmth. It instantly snaps her back to reality. I am totally fine. She buries her face in her knees, cursing softly. Nova, you are truly hopeless. You cannot even admit that you like the guy. After all that mental drama, they finally head out. By the time they arrive, Spencer and Violet are already waiting. Violet grabs 2 drinks, handing one to Nova. Here, drink up. Nova just raises an eyebrow. Sure. Meanwhile, I glance over at Spencer. He looks completely on edge. Ever since reincarnating, Spencer spends every single day terrified he is just dreaming, completely scared he will wake up at his old restaurant job. He plans to dump Violet tonight, meaning he desperately needs to get close to Ash right now so he can stop using her. Watch closely here. Hearing his thoughts makes my expression go completely blank and confused. The more I listen, the crazier it gets. Then, Spencer taps my shoulder. Hey man, I need to tell you something. Do not get mad, alright? But do you not think Nova is a bit too harsh to guys? I instantly realize he forgot who I even am. I play along. What do you mean? Spencer shakes his fist, acting annoyed, though pure contempt flashes in his eyes. Look how many guys at school are totally crushing on her, and she just brushes them all away. If she did not look so pretty, who would even care? My smile completely vanishes. Are you actually serious? She never forced anyone to like her, and she made her boundaries absolutely clear from day one. You just said it yourself. You only like her for her looks, so why should she not be allowed to reject them? You literally do not know the first thing about Nova. What gives you any right to talk about her like that? Spencer clearly did not expect this. Hey, just calm down. I was just repeating rumors. In his head, he panics. What just happened? Things were fine. Does this guy like Nova too? With his completely average face? I was being super generous just talking to him, and now he is lecturing me? I hear every single thought and just stare at him with quiet disgust. You are worse than everyone. Spencer forces a really stiff smile. What are you even saying? I do not like Nova. I stand straight up. I am totally done here. You know exactly what I mean. Spencer mentally clenches his fists. System, how many days do I have left? 7. Player, you have made absolutely zero progress so far. We strongly encourage you to pick up the pace now. You really do not want to return to your previous life. I will get it done. I shake my head. Spencer is looking completely unhinged now. Let's pause, because something about the system feels totally off to us both. Meanwhile, Violet refills Nova's drink. What is going on with you today? You seem so incredibly frustrated. Nova remembers the wild, emotional roller coaster of the past 2 days, and downs her entire drink. Instantly, one word: annoyed. Is that thick-headed Ash genuinely this clueless about her feelings? Or is he just faking it? I walk right over and sit beside Nova. Even though she is clearly in a terrible mood, she immediately picks up on my frustration. She tilts her head, glances over, then grabs my chin, forcing me to look at her. Who exactly upset you? I pull away from her grasp. Nobody. Violet has had a few drinks, cheeks flushing bright pink. She points right at Nova, happily teasing. Nova, why are you looking at him like a baby? Who would ever dare mess with our precious Ash? Nova turns, slowly bending Violet's fingers backwards. Say that again? Violet frantically grabs Nova's wrist, yelping loudly. Ow! Ow! He is yours. Yours. Okay. Are you happy now? Violet's hilarious face makes me burst into laughter. Nova notices, looking over softly. Feeling better now? I sigh and shake my head. I was not even angry originally, but Spencer was really getting under my skin, especially those awful things he said about Nova. I let it go, staring at the blue drink right in front of me. What is this? Nova lifts her own glass up to show me. A cocktail. I take a tiny sip and instantly scrunch my face. Yeah, not for me. Nova immediately notices a faint lip print on the rim of the glass. Without hesitating, she rotates the glass, matching her lips perfectly to that exact spot. Downs the rest instantly, and licks her lips. Very much my thing. Violet watches this whole move, totally speechless. And honestly, you and I both know that was genuinely smooth. Just completely misdirected. Let us dive into this wild night. A second ago, she was falling apart, but the moment she sees Ash, totally attached, like a puppy finding a bone. They keep drinking late into the evening. By the time they finally head back, it is almost midnight. I punch in the passcode and open the door. Out of nowhere, Nova grabs my wrist, yanking me right onto the couch. I stare up at her. Nova, have you lost your mind? Quit messing around. It is super late. Just get washed up and sleep. Then, a single tear hits my wrist. My eyes just widen. I totally freeze. Nova cries out, "You were so mean to me." Her usual icy, untouchable attitude is completely gone. I reach over, wiping the tears right off her face, using the softest voice I can manage. Since when was I ever actually mean to you? Just look at yourself. You are completely exhausted. It is super late. You really need some rest, right? Nova softly rubs against my hands, burying her face straight into my shoulder. Just sweet talk me a little bit. She presses right up against my chest. So close, our heartbeats perfectly sync up. I try gently pushing her away, but the second I do, she simply pulls me in even tighter. I totally surrender and pet her hair. Be good, Nova. Do not be sad anymore. She makes a tiny noise of agreement. I honestly lose track of time comforting her, right up until I hear her breathing become super slow and steady. Now pay attention. Who would ever guess that when Nova drinks way too much, she actually turns out this incredibly fragile? This takes me straight back to our childhood. Back when we were almost trafficked and ended up badly injured trying to run. Nova stayed stuck in that hospital for ages. Once she finally got out, she grew incredibly attached to my side. So many times, I would crash in my own bedroom, only to wake up the next morning discovering Nova had quietly snuck in next to me during the darkest hours. I carefully carry her to bed right now, totally worried she might roll off sleeping. I pad the surrounding floor using every single cushion available, before dragging myself upstairs to crash. Next day, I sleep straight till noon, yawning the whole way down the stairs. No sign of Nova anywhere. I head back up, knocking on her door. Pure silence. I push it open. Nova, are you doing all right? I poke her. She squeezes her eyes tightly and frowns. Her voice sounds super rough. My head hurts. I touch her forehead, grab the thermometer, and check her temple. 37.4 degrees. A mild fever. Honestly, I must have panicked a little bit, because I immediately blurt out, Nova, go ahead and remove your top. I am going to wipe you down. Her face turns completely bright red, looking at me, and she slowly murmurs, okay, I will get the basin. By the time I return with the wet towel, Nova has quietly taken her top off. I wring out the towel, slowly beginning to wipe her down. Then I just stop. You and I both know what happens next. Realizing her small frame actually has so much definition, the second it registers, my own face turns completely red. I look away instantly, awkwardly shoving the wrung-out towel right into her hands. You can finish this yourself. Nova immediately furrows her brow. Ash, you do not care about me at all. I open my mouth, awkwardly turning away to explain myself. Of course, I care, but there are limits. She rolls over, glaring at my back. The one time you actually remember our limits? Done. I turn back around, gently touching her warm face. Feeling any better? Come on, take your medicine first. Nova just stares without blinking. I do not want medicine. I did not even realize how incredibly soft my voice became. I know you hate taking it. I will feed it to you. Are you happy now? I grab a fever pill, sweetly ask her to open wide, then offer a water glass. Nova averts her gaze, obediently opening her mouth to swallow the pill down. Watching her throat move, I gently reach over to lightly touch it. Did it actually go down? She opens her mouth to show me. Unsurprisingly, the tablet is still sitting there on her tongue. She totally faked it. I bring the cup right back to her lips. That is fine. Take one more sip. Nova takes a huge gulp, opening her mouth again. This time it is completely gone. I tell her she did awesome, pulling out a piece of candy to hand over. Here is your reward. She instantly pops it into her mouth. Her eyes never leave mine for a single second. I playfully start teasing her. If anyone at the academy discovered, their famous ice queen struggles to swallow a tiny pill while sick, I wonder what they would possibly think. Nova just pouts, softly muttering that she does not care about them. Alright, get some rest. I will wake you up for food later. I head downstairs to make some food, knowing she feels awful. I decide to cook her a nice, warm congee. I start the rice cooker up, heading back upstairs to check on Nova. Seeing her fast asleep, I just slip out completely quietly. I relax onto the couch, scrolling through my group chat. Hey, come over for horror movie night. I bought so many good snacks. I type back, Nova caught a cold, so we are skipping tonight. That totally triggers everyone. Nova is sick? No way. We have to visit her. I have never seen her get sick before. My mouth twitches slightly. I type back, you guys just want to watch the drama. The rice cooker suddenly beeps. I scoop out a warm bowl, carrying it upstairs to Nova's bedroom. Finding her still sleeping, I set it down, gently calling her. Nova, wake up. Eat something before sleeping again. Nova slowly opens her eyes. Just waking up, her gaze remains completely hazy. Seeing me, she slowly sits up. I offer the bowl. Head still hurting? Not anymore, she whispers. Trust me, we all want this sweet romance. I set the bowl down in front of her. Eat a little. Settle your stomach. Nova simply opens her mouth. Feed me. I almost reply, but stick with me here. We are completely busted. Lily and Violet are standing right behind us, eyes wide, just staring. I have absolutely no idea how long they have been watching us. Spencer clearly did not come along. I just look at them flatly. Well, come in then. Why are you two standing there staring? Lily snaps back to reality, scrambles to pick up the dropped fruit, and stammers. We honestly never imagined Nova being this soft while sick. Violet just completely loses it laughing. Nova goes completely dark. If glares could freeze you solid, those two would already be shattered several times over. I just laugh to ease the heavy tension. All right. What is so funny? You two clearly have nobody looking after you. That is all. Nova seems genuinely soothed by my words. Exactly. They are just unloved children. We will never stoop to their level. Violet immediately puts on this huge, exaggerated pout. That is a total double standard. I have known you since childhood too. While they bicker, I grab the fresh fruit they brought and head to the kitchen to wash some grapes for Nova. When I step back out, only Nova is left in the room. I pop a washed grape into her mouth. Where did they go? Nova shoots me a light look, pouts slightly, and lets out this cold little huff. I set everything down, face totally serious. My lady, what is the matter? Who has upset you? Your loyal servant will deal with them immediately. Nova points straight at me, looking genuinely wrong. Wait, me? To think it was your humble servant who caused this distress. Your servant will make it right at once, even at the cost of his pride. Nova just looks at me, and her lips curve into a genuine smile. That little dimple totally softens her usual cool expression into something super sweet. She says, with absolute fond exasperation, "You dummy." I finally let out a breath. Finally. Nova, you are genuinely so hard to cheer up. I grab the thermometer. Let us check your temperature one last time. Then go get something to eat. I check the reading. Good. Back to normal. Nova sighs. I'm going to shower. They are downstairs. Go ahead without me. I'm covered in sweat, and it is so uncomfortable. I just nod and remind her not to take too long. Just a quick rinse. You have only just recovered. The way Nova looks at me is so warm, it could completely melt a person. She suddenly thinks staying sick a little bit longer might not be so bad. This exact scene feels like what growing old together would finally look like. I head straight downstairs and find Lily and Violet intensely debating which movie to watch. Lily entirely lights up when she spots me. Ash, we are watching a scary horror movie tonight. I even bought props. I put my hands right on my hips. Absolutely not. No weird stuff inside this house. If you want to watch, just watch. None of that nonsense. Then Nova's voice comes from right behind me. Correct. This is my house. You really want to go ghost hunting in my house? I immediately turn around and find Nova crouched in front of the fridge, reaching in for a cold bottle. I sprint over and quickly snatch it away. You are not fully recovered yet. Nothing cold. Drink this instead. Nova stands up quietly and looks down at the small milk carton in my hand. She takes it without a word, then speaks slowly. Not drinking cold things and being totally blind are two very different things. I scratch my head awkwardly and think about it. Fair point. I have been clueless. But watch closely. Things get crazy right here. Click. Total darkness. Nova and I immediately spin around. Lily has tucked away the props and switched on a creepy red lamp instead. She just grins at us. No ghost hunting, just setting the mood. That is allowed, right? And honestly, the whole room looks pretty unsettling now. I nervously swallow. Nova catches my expression and laughs, then tightly grabs my hand and pulls me toward the TV. She cannot get past them to turn the main light back on. Lily, where are you hiding? Nova, please do not turn the light back on. We bought this specifically. Violet pulls a heavy blanket right over her head and yells, turn it off, turn it off. You are ruining the vibe. Nova looks at them both and reminds them, very calmly, this is my house. If you want to watch, just watch. No more silly nonsense. Lily turns to Violet. Fine, for Nova and Ash's sake, I will definitely let you off today. Originally, the two of them had a secret bet going. I know what you are thinking. A silly bet? First to Scream gets their absolute worst photo posted online tomorrow. Now, props are wildly involved. Violet throws off the blanket. Absolutely ridiculous. I am the one letting you off. You would have lost for sure. I watched them both, totally speechless. Both are clearly terrified, but threatening each other anyway. Deeply confusing behavior. Fine, let us start. They finally drop the act. The movie begins, and the screen dims. The creepy music starts fading in. Honestly, do not mind horror movies at all. I just cannot watch alone. With someone beside me, I am completely fine. In the film, the creepy music cuts out for a few seconds. Then something appears, a ghost. Lily and Violet immediately scream and grab each other. I get totally startled too, but watching those two just makes me laugh. I glance sideways at Nova. So what do we learn? Nova just calmly eats her snack, treating them like pure entertainment. Let's dive right into this wild story. Up front, two people are shaking in absolute panic, while others snack. I start commentating out loud. Honestly, the ghost seems totally pitiful. That guy is completely finished. Oh, come on. The plot makes zero sense. Totally predictable from start to finish. Meanwhile, Nova stays perfectly silent the entire time. All you actually hear is my constant commentary and those two girls screaming. But Nova was never a big talker anyway. Honestly, when dealing with others, she always carries herself like she is watching everyone from an untouchable, high-up mountain peak. Meanwhile, Spencer has stayed locked away for 2 straight days. Most memories from before his reincarnation are already fading fast. But time is running out. Just 5 days remain. He absolutely must win over Nova within that window. Hey, system, where does her affection rating stand right now? Sorry, but it shows 0 since you took absolutely no action. There is absolutely nothing to measure here. Spencer remains completely stuck after everything crashed and burned with Ash last time. He cannot think of any new way to reach Nova. Plus, he rarely ever calls Violet. She is a pretty generous person, sure, but she never really pays attention to him. He cannot change that reality at all. Before jumping into this whole relationship, he mentally prepared himself. Rumor was she played the field and rarely rejected anyone. Honestly, his main reason for confessing was just her decent, useful connection to Nova. Pay close attention here, guys. He suddenly remembers that in a few days they head to a guest house. Outside, his angry parents arguing echoes loudly. His eyes go absolutely ice cold with disgust. He completely blames them for his ordinary family status. He cannot succeed like this. He refuses to just accept defeat. He vows to win Nova over, no matter the cost. He is completely done feeling miserable. When summer break finally hits, everyone is desperate to travel everywhere. Someone suggests a guest house getaway, so they all pack up and head out. Nova, Lily, and I leave together. Spencer brings his own squad. The summer heat is brutal. I am literally sweating just sitting inside this car. My packed cold water stopped being refreshing a very long time ago. As if things could not get any worse, the AC completely dies halfway there. I press my back firmly against the window. My back is completely soaked. Nova, it is ridiculously hot. I deeply regret this. We really should not have come. I instantly sweat at the absolute slightest movement. Literally everything triggers it. Summer is easily my least favorite season outside. If nobody ever invited me out, I would gladly spend the entire summer blasting the AC and feeling perfectly, absolutely happy. Nova gently pulls my hand, letting me lean right against her shoulder. Then, she reaches into her bag and pulls out a cup. Inside is mung bean soup she prepared. Still perfectly cold, she slowly brings it to my lips. She sighs that I insisted on coming. I take a small sip and my eyes completely light up. So cold. Nova raises an eyebrow, praising the good thermos. I flash her a quick heart sign. Love you. Nova's eyes brighten just a tiny bit. She looks over with a tiny smile, her voice dropping low. Suddenly, Lily shouts loudly from the back seat. I'm roasting back here too. Please Nova, just one sip. Nova simply tosses her a mini fan and drops 3 blunt words. Cool yourself down. You play favorites. Lily fans herself furiously, slumps back into her seat, and dramatically shoves the tiny fan right inside her shirt. The fabric puffs out like a balloon. She looks exactly like some neglected, pouting child. Her ridiculous look makes her laugh. I glance at Nova. You're not drinking any? Nova just wipes the sweat from her face and shakes her head. Almost there. The sweating driver apologizes. Sorry about this. This junk car really needs replacing soon. I should not have cut that corner. Do not worry, 5 more minutes. It is totally fine. You did not do it on purpose. Lily quickly chimes in. Exactly. It is fine, but please fix it soon. You must be suffering too. The driver nods gratefully. Will do. We are finally here, everyone. Thank you all. We say goodbye, and I simply take in the impressive building right before us. A 3-story guest house featuring red tile roofing and green walls. Total vintage vibes all the way. Several cars are already parked out front. Other guests chose this nice new resort for their holiday too. In the distance, you can easily spot a wide natural lake. You and I both know basic guest houses, right? Well, beyond that lake, rolling green peaks stretch endlessly. I am genuinely amazed. This place is completely unique. Inside is a 3-courtyard layout. The ground floor is a cool games area, extremely loud and lively. The second floor is a relaxation zone featuring a pool. The third floor acts as the dining area. I really have to admit, this place is something else entirely. No wonder wealthy people choose to escape the brutal heat here. After everyone finally settles into their rooms, Spencer magically shows up with Violet. She breezes right in, apologizing for being so incredibly late. Spencer smoothly ushers her to a seat. It is perfectly fine. We are all here now. So, we stay 3 days. How are we splitting up these rooms? I raise my hand, eyes glued to my phone. I am staying alone. This boss is not beating me. Nova quickly agrees, saying same. Lily throws up her hands in defeat. Me too. What a silly question. Trust me, you and I know Spencer is staying solo too. Lily casually invites her to share. Shrugging, she agrees. Spencer nods, eyeing Nova. Perfect. Things are going his way. Stick with me. We are diving right into an epic past life regression mystery. Last time around, Nova fought someone. The reason? A total mystery. But that clash left her with a shattered hand. Now, he must change fate and stop this disaster from ever taking place. Maybe then, she might actually start liking him. Meanwhile, I am fiercely struggling against this brutal mobile game. Out of nowhere, a dark shadow drops over my screen, alongside Nova's smooth voice. Hit the 10th. I blink, tapping purely on instinct. Victory screen. Her leg brushes right against mine. My heart skips a beat. She teases. Failing that would make you utterly hopeless. Lily leans across the table, sharply observing us. She spots Nova casually resting one arm backward, her face dangerously close to Ash, almost sheltering him like a massive tree guarding a tiny seedling. She realizes if Ash just turned his head blindly, their lips would definitely crash together. Frantically shaking her head, she wonders how such an insanely wild thought even entered her mind. Violet stares at her weird head movements. Why are you twitching like crazy? Lily shoots her a fierce glare. You are the twitchy one. Violet casually deflects. My mistake. Then she slowly roasts her. You simply lack a brain to even break down. Furious, Lily lunges right for her neck. You will pay for that. Spencer quietly watches from afar, biting her lip as Nova hovers near Ash. She only has a wealthy family, nothing more. Still, Nova treats her like she is somehow incredibly special. Luckily, Nova clearly holds no romantic feelings for her at all. That remains super obvious. Pay attention to this detail. Being incredibly gorgeous means absolutely nothing if the world practically ignores your entire existence every single day, floating through school like a total ghost. Pointless, right? I stare at my phone. Welcome, you successfully joined the flock. I completely zone out. Nova smoothly slides backward. Too easy. I am seething now. That was pure, unadulterated luck. Shooting her a fierce glare. What now? Honestly, I desperately want an apology, but Nova simply rubs her neck, completely changing the subject. So hungry. Let us go eat. Instantly, my anger is completely derailed. I spotted a nice hot pot restaurant right downstairs earlier. Hot pot sounds absolutely perfect. The whole gang heads downstairs, loudly joking around. Honestly, everyone here looks incredibly stunning. Plus, you have the unreal Nova leading them. The second they enter, every single head turns. Wow, that girl in white is stunning. Seriously? She looks like a literal goddess. She seems super young too, and honestly, the guy beside her looks fantastic. Luckily, the hot pot place is pretty empty, so we grab a table for 4. Nova and I claim one side, while Spencer and Violet take the opposite. Poor Lily ends up grabbing a tiny solo stool right at the edge. Nova instantly handles the menu, swiftly checking off dishes and handing it right back. After ordering, an awkward silence settles over us. Violet suddenly breaks the quiet. Anybody craving bubble tea? I saw a cute shop nearby. I can totally buy some. Spencer quickly volunteers. I will join you. While they leave, I suddenly realize we completely forgot our dipping sauces. I will go mix mine. I am coming too. Lily randomly shouts from her seat. Make me one as well. You and I both know this is where things get messy. We wait patiently near the sauce station alongside some girls. A surprisingly cute girl confidently steps right up to me. Excuse me, is she your actual girlfriend? Glancing over at Nova, I quickly shake my head, totally confused. Seriously, do girls just walk up to random guys in public nowadays? Her face instantly brightens with pure excitement. Oh, then can we swap numbers? It literally takes me 3 full seconds to realize she means me. Honestly, I excuse my total cluelessness. This specific situation has literally never happened to me before. Once my brain finally catches up, things feel insanely awkward. I totally should have claimed Nova was my girlfriend. Nova has looked heavily annoyed since this girl approached. Seeing me physically shake my head and deny our relationship? Yeah, that made everything far worse. Watching me freeze up instead of instantly rejecting her stings. She fiercely grits her teeth, feeling deeply jealous and frustrated. What makes this stranger special? Not exceptionally pretty, not very tall, average skin. Nova boldly steps forward, completely closing the gap, aggressively draping her arm across my tense shoulder. That single action screams volumes. Our connection is absolutely not normal. Then, she shoots me an incredibly dark, warning glare. The stranger blinks in confusion. Wait, you literally just said she was not your girlfriend. I reply, flawlessly. Correct, she is not my girlfriend. She is my wife. Nova freezes. A huge rush of warmth hits her chest, and her heart races wildly. A brilliant smile overtakes her face as she leans in, planting a sudden kiss on my cheek. Oh, honey. My eyes widen in pure shock. My ears turn completely bright red. Touching my cheek, I fiercely glare back. Nova flashes her cute dimples, staring at me with absolute, undeniable adoration. Why are you angrily glaring at your lovely wife, honey? I quickly push her away. The random girls have completely vanished by this dramatic point. Stop it. They finally left. But clearly, someone loves this new game. What? Honey, please just relax. Let your sweet wife mix your sauce. I seriously lost my mind back there. I quickly drop my voice, whispering a firm warning. And this is where we leave it. Call me that again, and you will learn how hot pot sauce feels as your new daily shampoo. Nova replies with a warm, teasing tone. You are so fierce, honey. Once they finally take their seats, Nova actually goes completely silent. Her mind is just racing with it all. Let us dive right in. Lily stares at them. What happened out there? You went for sauce. But honestly, it totally looked like flirting. Nova clearly thinks she found some juicy leverage to hold against me. She just smiles. You would never understand the pure joy of getting free stuff. Oh, I get it. A free wife for life. I seriously want to smack her right now. Lily just looks super confused. Free? We paid $7 each for those condiments. I am getting a second bowl to make it worth my money. Lily barely stands up before Spencer and Violet bring the drinks over. The food finally arrives, and that hot pot is bubbling away. Violet dramatically flops into her chair. Oh wow, I am melting. That place was packed. Spencer passes the drinks out, handing one to Nova. He super thoughtfully drops the straw in for her first. Now, pay close attention here. I glance at Spencer, completely fixated on that straw. It really bothers me. I stab my own straw and take a massive gulp. Nova grabs her chopsticks and immediately starts cooking. Meanwhile, Lily and Violet return, holding their own dipping sauces. Violet notices Spencer just sitting there and asks, Spencer, are you not getting a dipping sauce? Spencer smiles softly. I am totally fine. I do not really like that stuff. You guys enjoy. I will just grab something from downstairs later. Violet nods like it was just a habit to ask, and happily goes right back to eating. My bowl is already overflowing. Hey, Nova, eat your own food, okay? My bowl has literally zero room left. Nova casually plucks something from the spicy broth, holds it up playfully, and eats it all herself. Got it, honey. I pinch her without even missing a beat. Nobody is looking at us. Suddenly, Nova leans right near my ear. Her voice drops, low and teasing. Honey, you can touch me anywhere. My ear instantly turns super bright red. Let that sink in for a second. My hand just landed on her inner thigh.